This presentation is about Australia, and it's the most interesting data. You will ask yourself, why in Australia do they speak English? The reason is because the Englishmen colonized Australia, so it became on the official language. But this English is not the same as the one spoken in the United States or England. It has its variation in the writing and pronunciation. Some interesting data are: Australia is one of the countries with the best quality of life around the world. It's the smallest, the flattest, and the driest of all continents. Well, now I let you with more data on the most important cities of Australia.
Hi teacher, I'm Dana Poblano and I'm going to talk about Australia. I've never been there, but I know some things about it. First, Australia is located in the southern part of the Pacific Ocean in Oceania. The principal cities are Melbourne, Sydney, Perth, Adelaide, Brisbane, and Canberra. Canberra is the capital city of Australia. About Melbourne, some interesting places in are the Yarra River that runs through the middle of Melbourne, the Flinders Street railway station before Federation Square took the honours. Flinders Street station was Melbourne's favorite meeting place. It is the oldest train station and the busiest suburban railway. Also, about Federation Square, it is home to major cultural attractions like cultural events, beautiful restaurants, bars, stores, and museums. And these are some things about Melbourne.
Do you remember Nemo's movie? Excellent. Then you will remember the so famous address that appears in the movie, B. Sherman Street, Wallaby, for it is Sydney, right? Because we shall speak of that city now. Sydney is one of the most known cities in the world and is the bigger and most popular city in Austria, with 4 million of inhabitants. To better understand, is 4 times the population of Guadalajara. In it we find people from Brazil, Portugal, and even China. Although it's a very big city and with many inhabitants, isn't a chaotic city and is easy to transit, not like in Mexico City where there is too much traffic at all the times. As for the culture, they celebrate several festivals. The bigger event in the city is the Sydney Festival, which is held every year in January. Another is the Big Day Out, where it celebrates with rap music. Sounds good, right? The sport in Sydney is something very important for all the inhabitants, and the most famous sport is the rugby league. This sport is very similar to the American football. For all this, Sydney is a city so important worldwide. Is necessary a visit now?
Hello, my name is Montserrat Garibay. I'm talking about for Perth. What's Perth? Perth is the capital and largest city of the Australian state of Western Australia. Aboriginal people have inhabited the Perth area for 28,000 years, as evidenced by archaeological remains at Upper Swan. What can you do in Perth? Number 1. You can visit Kings Park as a mixture of great parkland, botanical gardens, and natural bushland on Mount Eliza, with 2/3 of the grounds conserved as native bushland, with panoramic views of the Swan River and the Darling Range. Number 2. Perth Zoo is a widely known one unique events and function destination and they can offer a host of amazing experience. So, what do you do expect to the Perth?
Adelaide is one of the most beautiful cities in Australia. It has 1 million inhabitants. The cost of living is one of the lowest in Australia. Some activities that you can do it are: you can visit the Central Market of Adelaide, the magnificent beaches, and the green hills. It is a very relaxed place. On the other hand, the academic level is incredible. The locals are always willing to help you practice your English at low cost.
Brisbane is the most populous city in the Australian state of Queensland and the third most populous city in Australia. Brisbane is a river city making full use of its enviable environment. The Brisbane River runs yearly through the city and serves as a delightful way to explore the area. There is so much to explore. A day in Brisbane might include international standard shopping in the Queen Street Mall, a swim, rainforest walk, and a lunch at South Bank Parklands. Feeding dolphins at Tangalooma. Then, in the evening dine in a workhouse restaurant and finish with a late night river cruise. But there is more. Take some time to discover the botanical gardens. Take an enchanting stroll through 42 Valley and Chinatown, and a cruise out to the Bay Island. With so much to do, you may need to stay a while longer. Brisbane has a subtropical climate. When you arrive in the country, you cannot bring any food. No sausages or cheeses, no green objects or infusions, because they take everything away. The controls are very exaggerated, but with much reason for the fauna and the vegetation that are in Australia. You will not see it anywhere. And you have to protect the entire cost. After your vacation, you will know why so much control.